How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know, but I don't even know if a woodchuck is an actual animal, but a beaver's an animal, and that's a pretty cool animal. Okay, what was I supposed to do today for this math? Fractions. We've been on fractions for so long. Frame it. Okay, if I were to give you the fraction 2 over 4, okay, 4, which is means you have 2 out of a group of 4, right? Is that greater than, less than, or equal to 3 over 4? 3 out of a group of 4. Is that greater than, less than, or equal to 3 out of a group of 4? Well, this is less than. 3 out of a group of 4 is greater than 2 out of a group of 4. Because in this one, you only have 2 out of a group of 4, which means you have a smaller portion. Oh, my shoulder's going crazy. Which means you have a smaller portion than this one. This one has 3. There's 3 parts, which means it has one more part than you have out of that group of 4. So you see, as the denominator, if the denominator stays the same, and I were to increase the numerator, let's say, but the denominator staying the same, then the number increases. This becomes 1. This becomes 1 group of 4. You have the entire group. You have a whole number. You have a whole number. So if I keep the denominator the same, increase the number, and increase the numerator number, then the number becomes larger. The fraction becomes larger. It becomes a larger number. In this case, this one's a whole. This one's only part of a whole. This is an even smaller part of the whole. And the same thing happens if I keep the denominator the same, and I decrease the numerator. The number gets smaller. The number gets smaller. As we increase the numerator and keep the denominator the same, the number becomes closer and closer to 1. It gets closer and closer to a whole part, the whole group. But if you decrease the numerator while keeping the denominator the same, then the number becomes closer and closer to to 0. To 0 parts. To 0 parts of the group. See? And then if I were to put 0, just for sake, it means I get 0 parts. I don't have any, which means it's just 0. That's just 0. This is 0. That number is just 0. This is 1 part. This is 2 parts, 3, 4. So keep the denominator the same, increase the numerator, it gets closer to 1. If you keep the denominator the same and decrease the number, it gets closer to 0. Try this at home, please. Por favor, I'm begging you. Try this at home. Look at them, mess with numbers and fractions for yourself and see how cool they can be. My friend, mi amigo. Okay, say in school.